Hi friends, I'm Ruel and today we are playing River Valley Glassworks. I'll be playing the solo mode today, and I do want to shout out All Play for sending over a copy. And in River Valley Glassworks, we are hanging out at the river and the lake, trying to get glass into our shop here. And what we're going to do is gather glass from the river and or the lake and use that to collect different sets. And we'll score based on the rows that we complete here and also the columns. Now, in the solo variant, we're going to be playing against the Otter Auto Snugs. They have a different way of scoring things, but they take the same basic gather and place. But we'll talk about that as we go. I'm going to take the first turn. So on your turn, you have two options. You can do one action, either place and gather, or you're going to draw. Okay, so drawings from the lake, we'll get to that in a minute. But place and gather is when you're going to take one of your glass pieces in your pan and place it on the river, and then you're going to take one of the adjacent tiles glass. Okay, so for instance, I take this one here, I place it on the matching shape. So you'll see each one of these river tiles, and they are acrylic, so they're like see-through. So you're going to place it on the matching shape, okay? And then you're going to take an adjacent one here. So if I did this here, for instance, this blue one here, I would either take this adjacent one or this adjacent one. And now that I do that, maybe I should do that here. I can place this light blue one here, and that matches that shape. I call it the squash shape. We could call it Bobby Squash in honor of Ross Connell, Bobby Squash. I'm laughing to myself, folks. That's a really old, some inside baseball joke there from back in the pandemic days of TLN and or from Ross's terrific stream. So we put here on the squash shape, and I can take either these two or these two. Now you may notice that some of these have some writing on them. I'm colorblind, and I need these colors are really close in my for my eyes, so I put LB here, not for Long Beach, not the LBC like Snoop would say, but this is light blue. Okay, then we also have P for purple. I think I also have some for LG, light green, and so forth. So you'll see those pop up. If you see that, those are my personal customized pieces that I've done, so I can have play the game a little easier without always asking Michelle, hey, what color is that? What color is that? I place this light blue one here in the Bobby Squash shape, and I can take either here or here. What you're trying to do, so I'm going to take these here, and I'll show you what you do. So you place glass from your pan, matching here, and then gather all of them from an adjacent tile. Okay, and then what you do is you're going to take this river tile, put it at the end, and slide it here. Okay, so here's the lake. It's pointing towards the lake. And then you're going to refill this tile by looking at the next tile here, and that's how many you draw and place there. So here it has one gem, so you just go to the bag, take this out here, and place that there. I've gathered there. Now I'm going to place them into my river or my glasswork shop here, right? And what you're going to doing is you start at the bottom here, right? And then you're going to make your way across here depending on the colors. Now there's a different numbers of the colors here. So the rare ones are like orange and yellow. The most common ones are the white and the purple. Okay, so I've got a blue and I've got a green here, and so the blue one's really rare, and the green one's not as rare. You know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Well, it's too late now. So I'm gonna go like this and this. So green's a little more common, I think, than the blue one. No, the blue one's a little more common, so I'll put that there. Okay, because you're going to put one column for each color, and then once you get similar colors, that's when you build up. Okay, and at the end of the game, we're going to score it like this. You score as far as you can here, each row, as long as there's no gaps, you're going to get up to 22 points if you filled all the way. So right now, if we stopped, I would cry and only score 2 points because this here is only 2 slots over. Likewise, you're going to score based on your columns. So after you do that, you're going to look at your 2 tallest columns and you're going to score those. Now this one here on the right side, if you go all the way up here, it is 35 points. But here's the thing, folks, you probably won't do that because these here may be filled up more frequently or whatever, just depending on what. And if you have a tie between columns, like let's say I have this one here for 28, this one here for 16, this here for 12, this one for 4. you always take the leftmost. So those are going to get filled up more frequently, or at least you try not to, and you'll score those instead of these columns. Now the rows, you'll score all those. You'll see that a little more in practice as we go. I've taken my turn. That is it. Now we go to our friend Otto. Otto's going to take their turn. Otto gathers the river tile with the most glass. So there's 2 here and 2 here. Which one does he pick? I'm glad you asked, Ruel. He always picks the one closest to the lake, so it'll be this one here. Okay, and we're going to slide this over like this and refill. There are 2 here, so we're going to place 2 here. Okay, looks like 2 purples. And then we take Otto's, place it here, down here. And this you can do in the order that you'd like to do. Let's see, I'll put light blue here and then purple here. And then as I cover this, you'll see the shape. That just means you draw one for the bag. Okay. Oh, it just happens to be a triangle or a heart. And then you're going to find that shape on the river tiles, which is Bobby Squash, and you just add that to the tile like that. Okay. And you'll notice that's all Otto's doing. Same thing as me, filling up the rows. And then at the end, they're going to score rows for as far as they've filled up here. Now, again, some of these already have built-in gaps, so they won't be able to go all the way across, which is great. But they will also score these items here. So columns, they're going to score surplus, 3+ per piece. So once there's a surplus, it's called overflow. They're going to place them here. Whereas me, my overflow is going to go here, and I lose points. And then finally, they have an 8th color. So there are 8 colors in the game. If they get that 8th color, it goes here for their waste. That's how they lose points. Okay. That's it for Otto Snug's turn. It's back to me. I can either draw here. Now, I do have a limit of 5 pieces in my pan here. So anything that's over that, like I would put 3 here, and then the solo game 1 would go to Otto. But then I'd have 1 extra. That would go to the overflow. And I don't want to do that because I'll lose points. Oh, by the way, you know one thing I forgot to do? I placed 2 pieces here. I just move my little alligator here. Okay. And I have 2 pieces. The game is over when we get to 17 pieces. By the way, my alligator's name is, we're going to call it Alligator in honor of the old school Garbage Pail Kid. All right, so it's Alligator's turn. I can take this squash piece, put it here, but I will only get to take this one. I have a triangle. I can put it over here, and then I'd take either this one or this one, which is sort of whack, but I'd rather do that because I can get 2 pieces here. So this here and here, the white and the purple are the most common. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool because then I can go up here and maybe I can, since they're common, I can fill all the way up here. Or do I place this here and take the light blue and put the light blue there? Okay, we'll take these 2 here. Let's do that. So these 2, they're the most common ones, so we'll go white, then purple, like that. Actually, I'll do purple first and white there. Okay, this, take it away, go to the end of the river, and then refill. This says the next tile is 2, so we draw 2 from here. And I've placed 2 here, so let's move Alligator, 1, 2, up to 4. So 4 pieces. It's a pretty quick game. Pretty quick game. All right, back to Otto Snugs. Otto gathers the tile with the most glass, and it looks like it's this one here. And then we're going to refill here. This goes this way. Boom. We draw 2 to place here. Okay, so it's Otto's turn. They've taken 3 of these. Now, they already have a purple column here, so they're going to place purple, purple. Yeah, oh, they got 3. Oh, boo. I didn't notice that. So they filled up a column. That's a bummer. So right here, they're hitting the heart, so they've got to draw 1, place on the heart. Right there. They fill this, and then they fill this one. They put one on the, I think it's is that a hexagon? Hexagon. Okay, my turn. I have 1 more here. It would be the squash type, so then I would get these. Or do I want to go over here and draw? You know, I'm going to draw. Okay, so let's draw. We'll put these here. Limit 5. Now, I'm going to reach my limit by placing 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then the 5th one goes to auto right here. This is just for the solo game. Once you get to 3, the game immediately ends. So either 17 tokens or 3 of these tokens here. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I either draw from here or I place and gather from there. Let me refill the lake. Okay, auto takes the one with the most glass. Looks like a bunch of them, they all have 2 except for this one, so they take the one closest to the lake, which is this. This goes back here. I love this element of this game. Whoop. And then 2 gems or 2 glass are put here. 1, 2. Whoops. And then auto places these 2. It looks like it is light blue, so that's going to go there. And then this is a purple. So this purple has overflowed. It's going to go here. And it's a surplus. So that's plus 3 points. Boo! I don't like that. My turn. I am going to place the heart here and draw these 2 orange. They're going to go right here. So you notice I place one here. Each column can only be 1 color, but I get to place that there. So if the game ended, I would get 11 for this row, and then I would get 10 for this column. I have 2, 4, 6 now. Alligator moves to 6 and is back to auto. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need to refill. Whoop. And this needs 1. Reach in the bag for 1. And as I mentioned, we are recording this live, folks. Just want to shout out everyone in chat. And Board Games loves this game. Awesome, good to hear. So it's Otto's turn now. They're going to look here. The most pieces are these 3 here. So this is going to go this way. And we're going to refill 2. And then Otto gets to place these 3. Let's see, we've got a light blue, which goes here. And the light blue is covering a circle or an oval, so we place a token there. They have a heart, a light green. No light greens yet, so they're going to go there. And finally, they have a blue, which is going to go there. Light green covered another oval, so they need to place a tile there. Let me reach in the bag. You may notice this timer here. When Otto fills that up, so it'd have to be a blue piece, he would skip the next turn. Back to me. I'm going to gather or place and gather. Right there. I'm going to take these 3 pieces, always from an adjacent tile, right? This slides over, and then I look here. I have to draw 1 from the bag, and then I'm going to place these into my Glassworks. This one goes here. This white, oh no, this is light green. That goes there, and I do have a purple right there. So very cool. I'm able to get the oranges right there, which is nice. Now I just added 3 more, so alligator. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just to check, yep, 9. Now it is Otto's turn. They gather the most, which is going to be these 3. Slide this over here. And then draw 2 for this next tile. And they're going to place these. So they have a white one here, 2 white, and a light blue. So the light blue is going to go there. They don't have any white ones yet, so they're going to cover up this like diamond style shape. So draw 1 here, put on the diamond there, and then put another white one there. All right, good job, Otto. Now it is my turn. I'm going to place, let's see. Ooh, this one has a bunch. Oh, I like that one. I'll put the squash, Bobby Squash style right there. This one will go over here. Slide it over, and then draw 1 from the bag to replace there. And then I'll take these 3. Yeah, so I've got a couple of blues. And I do have an orange. Yeah, that orange is perfect. And I do want to pay attention to these rows. I need to get another one here. So is there a green? There is a green here. So let's go to Auto. Gather the one with the most. Looks like 2, 2, everything, a bunch of 2s. They take the one. So the tiebreaker for them is to take the one closest to the river or the lake. So these will go into the Auto. Then this one slides over. And we refill as normal. Then Auto's going to place these. Let's see what colors. Does not have a green yet, so they're going to put that green there. Does have a purple, but it's already filled up, so that goes, luckily for them, into their surplus. 3 points per surplus piece. back to me. Oh, how many do I have here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this should be at 12 right now. So getting close to the end of the game. Again, this is a pretty quick game, friends. So do I have a circle? I do. Or a squash. We'll go circle here. And then, yeah. Take those two. Move the river. Draw one piece. I have two that I'm going to place, so let's move alligator. 2. And then I have a green, yay, and I have, what is this? Purple, yay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Back to Otto's turn. I'm going to take the ones with the most, closest to the lake, so take a purple and a yellow. We'll move this back to the line. And then draw one. And then they're going to place this purple. It's already filled, so, oh man, another surplus. They do have a yellow. Now the yellow here, they place it on the little the sand timer. That means they skip their next turn. So I'm going to place this here as a reminder. We'll put little auto here. So reminder, skip the next turn. So I get to do, let's see. So I'm close to ending the game anyways. Do I want to gather? Or let me see. If I put 1 here, I would get this light green. Go here. I'm trying to get a white. Oh, there's no white ones out there. You know, I'm going to gather. So let's grab these here. So we'll get a couple. So that's the end of my turn. I've drawn. I'm going to refill the lake. So that's my turn. Goes auto, but he is skipping this turn. So I'm going to place this back here. And then it's back to me. So this may be my final turn, friends. No, I think I have one more. Yeah, because at the end, you're going to trigger to the end, and then just like the multiplayer game, you will take another final turn. But what do I want to do right now? Definitely trying to get this white one out there. If I can. If I can get one of these. Light green would be here. You got a couple of yellows. Hello, yellow. I don't know if I can do that, though. Is there any greens? There's no greens available. Okay, we're going to go here with the white one there and then take these 2 yellows. I'm going to put this all the way over here and then refill 2 more. I'll put the yellows right here. Okay. So I do have one full one for 22. Oh, then I need a green. Oh, I'm not going to be able to score my row. Darn it. Let's take Otto's turn. I refill, so they're looking at... Oh, man, this is going to be the most, so they're going to take the white one I just placed, and I need that one. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay. Oh, by the way, how many do I have? 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Light green goes here. Oh, let's refill this first for auto. So 2 pieces there. 1. Okay, they're going to place this light green here, which means they put one on the hexagon shape. Okay, which is there. Okay. This is a purple. It's a surplus, unfortunately. And then this white one goes here. It's going to go on the triangle. Okay. Come on. Hopefully some white pieces. There are white pieces there. Okay, cool. No greens, unfortunately. One rule that I totally forgot, and it's because I mainly just take 1 piece and place it here. You can place 2 glasses of the same shape and take from any tile. So I'm going to take these 2 circles and place it on any shape so I can take the adjacent. Let's do this one here. So now I'll take this here. It gives me an orange, 2 blues. Okay, I've reached my max, so let's finish out this guy's turn. Autos. Oh, let me refill this first. So yeah, I always forget about that rule, folks. So don't forget about taking 2 of the similar shapes, and you can place it on any tile to take an adjacent 1 piece there. Now we're finishing Otto's turn. They're going to take the 3 that's closest to the lake. Okay. Light blue goes here. They've covered a triangle. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do this. 1 piece for that one. Okay, so they've gotten the triangle. Then This one here, this yellow, unfortunately, is for me, goes a surplus for +3. This white one goes there, nothing. Okay, so just like the multiplayer game, we've finished this round. I triggered it by getting 17 pieces. And now we play one final turn, and then we'll get to scoring. If I can get that purple and white, would be nice. Like, I can put Bobby Squash right there. Okay, take that purple and white one. That would be nice. I could fill up this column. Okay, we'll do that. This goes here. We refill 2 pieces. 1, 2. And I'm going to put the white one there and the purple one there. All right. Now, Otto's turn. Otto, you are going to take the ones that has the most. It looks like it's these 3 here. Go here. Refill 2. And then, I guess I didn't have to do that because the game's pretty much ending here. So, but I'll go through the motions. I'll do this here. So that would go onto the heart. Here. This light blue, another surplus, and this blue here, would have taken a turn off, but the game has ended anyways. So now we go to final scoring. Now, final scoring for the solo. Mine is going to be the same, right? So I'm still going to, score this way. So let me see. I go across here. I'm going to score 22 because this whole row is filled. 22 for that road. This row here filled all the way to this spot, so it's 11. This row, unfortunately, there's a gap at the start, so that's it. I'm not going to score any of those rows up here because these are all unfilled. So right now we have 33. Now we also score the highest columns. Highest 2 columns. So if tied, leftmost. So this one and this one the highest. So this is that 10? This one is 25. Okay. So I've got 3, 8, 2, 3, 4, 68. Okay. One off from being a very nice score. Okay. Otto scores length of each row. So they got a 22. Okay. This one's filled. This one here goes to 11. This one here goes to 11 for my Spinal Tap friends. This one here, it's a 2 spot. So it goes 2. Likewise, this one's 2. And this one is 1. Okay, because even if there's spots they don't have any spaces to fill, you just stop there anyways. Okay, now did they have an 8th color? No, so they didn't have any waste. Darn it! And unfortunately, they had a bunch of surplus +3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a +18, folks. Let's see. 33 plus 2 is 35. 37, 38 plus 18. 38 plus 18. Oh, is that right? 56? Oh, okay. So I won. All right. I had some space there. I had a little breathing room. So today I have taken down Otto, the Otto Snugs, the AI in River Valley Glassworks. So GG Otto. Thanks again, folks, for watching. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and the notification button so you'll know when new videos pop up here. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Hey, friends, here's an outtake for you. In the solo game, I played with Otto. That's the first, most basic solo AI opponent. There's other opponents that are a lot tougher, and they also score differently. So be sure to check those out when you're done watching this outtake.